Hello and welcome to this live with me, to this I'm not sure how long it'll be video, but I was guided this morning to hop on here and to share an offering. And we're going to have a little technical stuff going on, so all of this. So let me introduce myself. I'm Tammy Braswell. I'm sure most of you know who I am if you are watching this or accessing it in some way. So I am sure that you know, but let me always just share who I am. So I've said so too many times. Anyway, let me tell you a story. I woke up this morning doing my energy work and received guided information about what comes next. So on Tuesday, I offered the winter solstice energy calibration and divine love blast, and it was well received. It was very powerful, and over the last few years I've offered a new year, around the new year type of event where we release old things we don't want to bring into the new year energy and focus on what we do want to bring in. But this year, after doing the event on Tuesday, and it was really powerful, I decided that I wasn't really feeling into doing a New Year event, and so I just wasn't going to. I'm going to finish up. I have mentioned something that I'll be offering at the beginning of the year, clarity to creation, and so I'm basically working with that and putting that information together. But this morning I received this message like, no, I need to offer a New Year event. We are moving from the energy of two rough years. 2020 had a lot going on in it, really unexpectedly. And then this year has been a transition, reconfiguration of energy going on that we didn't know what was going to happen. But energetically, and I've even come across astrologers who are saying this. I don't do astrology, but watch little things here and there that pop up. And they're agreeing that this coming year, 2022, is going to be a much better year, a year that we step into something, into new energy. And so what I'm hearing as the theme energy for 2022 is expansion, but extreme expansion. We are stepping into energy. It'll be the second year into the age of Aquarius, that age of, that we've been waiting for, that's going to take us into the higher dimensional experience that we've been wanting and heard about for a long time. So now we can step into it. And I'm just letting all of this flow through because I wasn't really planning on this when I woke up this morning. That's why I didn't let anyone know about it. It just came to me, and I've just been preparing for it through the tech end. So I was shown that it's important that we do releasing work. We release the heaviness, the lower vibrational aspects of our experience, so we can step into this higher expanded energy. Carrying around old emotions and fears and things that feel limiting and constrictive hold us back from really letting ourselves go and having the life we can have. This new energy that we're stepping into is inviting us to have everything that we want to have. That if we really want it from our heart, it's available to us. That's it, period. But so many of us stay in that energy of wanting, and not really experiencing it. And I've shared this before, that I see it in post responses, and I love that you all share so much. But it not just in connection to me, but in other groups I am in, that so many people keep wanting the same things that are not showing up. And for many years ago, I was in the same patterns till I started to do more conscious processing, healing, and releasing work. And that's where we're at. So this is what I've come up with from my translating what's been shown to me. I have a natural ability. It's part of who I am and have always done it, but it was probably 20 years ago that I really recognized what was happening and have come to understand it much better now, that I can take on the lower emotions, lower energies of others and process and transmute them. So I can help in the processing of the stuff that you want to release. And I've done this at different events that I've been at or offered or on interviews. And usually it isn't, I'm not identifying people specifically. It's just an offering that people participate in, and I generally only ask for one thing to release. I offered this up in a class I taught at a community college, and had an experience with one of the students, and what she received from it was very interesting. But so what I'm offering, because I do feel like I'm even processing collective energy right now, to individuals who are ready to do releasing work. I'm calling it, and I just came up with this, so it's all quickie stuff. Release the heaviness to playful out in 2022. It's the New Year event. It'll be on Thursday the 30th, so next Thursday, a week from now, at 3 p.m. Eastern, and it'll be via Zoom. It won't be on Facebook. It won't be in any groups. It'll be via Zoom. And so you will have to register for it. Once you register for it, I identify you individually, energetically, as part of the event. So whether you can make it live because of scheduling, differences, or even sometimes there's technical issues where you might not be able to hop on because the link isn't working, or your camera's not working, or there's some internet connection issue. You will be part of the event. Once you register, you become part of the energy of the event. That's just how it works when I do energy work with anyone. If you are part of the Higher Consciousness Circle, which is my monthly high vibrational membership, if you're in that, you're always included in energy of the things I do. It's the same way when I offer an event like this. When you register, you become part of it. You will receive the release and the process that we'll go through, that I'll explain more in detail when we're on the event. But I'll give you enough information here so you can prepare even if you can't be on it with us. The replay will be accessible until January 3rd, and that is allowing you to release what's available for you to release, and also for me to be able to process that energy, because it does to some degree process through my system as well. I have notes here so I can remember. All right, so we've got the time. It's 3 p.m. on Thursday the 30th next week, Eastern. It will be via Zoom. It'll be about 60 minutes long. What you'll want to do to prepare for it, if you choose to join me, is to make a list of specific events, experiences, people, and the emotional connection you still hold with it that you want to be complete with. If it's something like, say, it's not about a specific person, but a relationship you want to have, and it's not showing up, then what emotions come up for you around that don't feel good? This is about releasing what doesn't feel good to you, the old unprocessed lower vibrational energy, because we can only ever expand out further when we process, heal, and release the lower vibrational energy that's still there. So we do want to do that. Now, what I understand from everything that I've done and what I do is this is our soul's journey. It chose to come into the physical body to have access to these 5 physical senses through which we can experience the world, the contrast of the highs and lows, and the thoughts and emotions. It wanted those. That is not part of who we are as just energy, as just a soul. That is the human experience of it. So it wants to have the fullness. It does not view anything as good or bad. So even when we think something's traumatic, it doesn't view it as traumatic. It views it as an experience it wants to have in its fullness. And when we, as a human, out of our fears and discomfort and not understanding how to do something with it, we suppress it, we push it down, we don't want to deal with it. Our soul says, well, that's not complete. I'm not satisfied with it. So it brings it either up again or creates more situations that we move through that are similar to it to help us to fully experience it. So with this releasing work that I can offer you, you can offer up whatever that is. And by doing so and being willing to really release it, then you can process it with my assistance, and it'll satisfy your soul's experience of it. Now, as part of that, let me see if I make sure that I remember all parts to this. So as part of that, one, you have to be very specific. There is no blanket releasing in this. So you can't say, I want to release all my fear. It doesn't work that way. It may work that way. Somebody else explains it to you, but from what I understand, more powerfully and in alignment with what your soul wants for this journey, it must be specific. So if you have a fear, it is a fear relating to what specifically? It's a fear of being alone and not being in a relationship. Okay, that's a different fear than saying, well, just fear or just guilt or just, whatever. No blanket, very specific. You're going to make a list of those and you're going to prioritize them, because in the process of releasing, like I believe I mentioned, but I'll mention it again because it's just been running through my mind since it came to me this morning, is that you will have a degree of processing yourself. The example I was shown to say is that when we eat, what our body doesn't use, we eliminate. And that's the process. Same thing happens with this energy work. When you release it, what you still need to process through your energy will go through and be processed. So you might find you're more tired. You might find that you're more emotional. But you can know that where it's coming from the work that you've done. But you have to recognize that you don't just want to make this huge list and release all these things, because there's going to be residual release, elimination relating to them. Now you'll have access to the replay within about 24 hours. The email will go out that sends you the link, and then you'll have access to it till the 3rd. And during that time, you can do the process multiple times, but you do want to feel into where you're at. Don't overwhelm your system. There are other ways to do this. I am likely to offer it again in the future, so you can do it again then. We don't try to do everything in one try or one place. And that's a lack thinking. It means that when needed, when it's time to release more, there'll be an opportunity for that, and you step into that. So you just want to make this list and decide what's the priority. If you only release this, what would it be? But you can make the list as long as you like, and you can feel into what you're releasing. Other things will be released when you release one, because it's just kind of I see it as a piggyback kind of thing, where there's other smaller ones that will go with it. Because if we stay in this constricted energy, it's like, again, they showed me another visual. It's like having a coat on that you've got zipped all the way to the top, and you can't seem to get out of it. Snug enough that you can't just really easily slide out, and it's a pain. And it can be difficult, and you're trying to wiggle your way out of it. And that's the same kind of thing we're trying to do with this energy. So as we move into the expanded space, which is happening whether we're conscious of it, whether we're participating in it, whatever, it's in there. And when you are still caught in the constrictive energy and holding on to things that you don't want to hold on to, they're not working, but you don't know what to do with them, It's like trying to get out of a zippered coat or even a straitjacket, the magicians who escape straitjackets. It's just difficult. It's challenging. It's exhausting sometimes to attempt to do these things on your own. This is an opportunity to not have to do it on your own, to have support, to have help in processing this. Once you release it, we will then, I will then fill that space because you'll have open space, if you will, in your energy, and we'll fill that with transmuted energy of what you released as a high vibrational love energy that fills it. And then in the future, if whatever it is ever comes to mind again, you will feel a love or a neutral space for it, but you won't be connected to it in the heavy way that you have been. Let me look at my notes to make sure I'm sharing everything, because again, this just came to me. Well, eyelash issue here. Came to me this morning, and I was like, okay, I opened myself up to support others and be here at this level. So if I'm offered something, then it's here as a way to help you, as a way to help the collective. So I'm open to it. Let's see, I've explained what kind of list you want to make. Again, I'll go over it in the event, but that's going to prepare you, whether you're available to be with us live or not. That way, you already have your list. The energy will be moving, so you can actually just imagine the list and include it, and then work with the energy more when you watch the replay. Again, you want to be ready to fully release it, not hold on to it any longer. That's a choice you get to make. What else? Okay, the investment. Everybody's going to ask, right, what is the investment? The investment is $36. And I've played with this because I do other events and I have people come and they say, well, I don't have that amount. And this is what the message was that I received. If you want to attend, if this is something that you want, then it can be made available to you. Now, it might take you looking through your life choices on what you spend on and finding $36 to do it. Letting a parent know. I know a lot of people whose parents will provide money, especially since it's a holiday. Maybe view it as a gift. Maybe choose to not do something for the next 30 days that you normally do, or spend money on. This is an investment. I invite you to look at it as an investment in having the life that you want to live, being the best version of you. There is an energetic exchange for that. And with what I'm offering, I don't know too many healers or energy workers out there who literally will offer for people to give them their shit. I don't know how else to say it, but their low-level, heavy stuff. Most people who do energy work talk about protection and putting up shields and all that because they can't handle it. And I'm actually inviting you to give me your heavy stuff, to give me the things you don't want. And so $36 investment is a small exchange for such an opportunity. Any of this energy, life-changing work, how do you really decide that? But there has to be an exchange. And there has to be an exchange for you to step into claiming this as something you want. Because it is easy to say, I can't do that. And I used to many years ago, but now I know the value in me being the best investment I can ever make and invest in. So I really want to make that point to you, that if you're questioning it, if it's something that you really want, or look at what other forms are available to you. How else will you do it? If it's something that you want, then you find it. It might be that, you uh, stop streaming services, or you don't eat out so many times in the month, or you don't have your nails done, something like that. I'm pretty sure most of those things would cover $36 investment. um, I'm not one big for saying to pull back and uh, not do something, but when you're in a constricted place saying that you can't do it, or you can't afford it, then it's a choice of what's more important, and um, making that choice in that moment. The ultimate goal is to be in a space where you're so expansive that you continue to just make more, not make more, create more. I don't believe we make any of it, we create the space for it, but to create more instead of withdrawing and saying I have to have less. But there are times when you make a choice of this over this, which serves you more, of drinking beer, or having, an energetic shift that you say you want, which one is going to serve you more. So that's that thought that I want to throw out there for you. Um, I was guided to say a lot of stuff, and I don't think I have it all coming out. But so yes, it's $36 investment. Once you register, I want to share all this too in the video here, because I get the questions later on. So once you register, I will share the link to register in whatever form. I'm going to share this in email, posts. It's in the group here. So I will share a link to register. It's $36 investment in yourself. That's what you're investing in, shifting something in your life to be the best version of you that you can be and experience what you want to experience in your life. You will receive a confirmation email that says you're in for the event. Now, if you don't receive this email, you want to contact me. You should receive it within, say, 24 hours, not that long. But if you don't, please let me know, because it will have all the details. It's important to read the entire email and the Zoom link. I've tested the Zoom link, so as of right now, the Zoom link does work. You also receive 2 email reminders, one 24 hours before that will have all the same details in case you put the first one away somewhere and aren't sure where it is, but you want to hold on to that. And one 3 hours before that will just have the link and remind you to be there promptly by 3. Now, you will use a code to get in, because I'll be focused in the event, so I don't do the wait room option. But you want to be there by 3, just so that you're aware of everything I'm explaining. If you can't be there again, it's fine. Watch the replay of it and you'll have all that information too. One important thing I want to let you know, because I know I don't normally say it, but I realize it the more events that I do, is that about 30 minutes before an event happens, I get into reach out to me prior to 30 minutes before the event, which would be 2:30 p.m. Eastern. You see there's a stopping in it. So I'll keep going. So 30 minutes before. I just want to let you know, because I did find emails and posts after the event that I was able to see that were at the start of the event, but I do all of this on my own. So with that in mind, there's no one else looking at anything. So once I go in, I'm committed to the energy of the space, and I don't look at anything else after that. So please reach out to me prior to that time, check the link if you feel you need to check the link. If you're going to be on, it'll just take you there, and then you just make sure it's working. Sometimes there are glitches and I'm not aware of them because I'm on the creator side, not on the user side. So again, this is the release, the Heaviness to Playful Out in 2022 New Year event. It's all about releasing lower, heavier, emotional, energetic stuff you're carrying out of your system so that you can be free to really be in the expanded energy of creating the life you want, the experiences you want, and be more open to that possibility rather than being in that heaviness that so many of us carry around. It's the collective energy is heavy. We are really stepping into, this higher dimensional energy, which means that we become more expanded, we become more open, we become lighter, we release the heaviness that's in the body, in our emotion and mental, our emotional and mental fields, and really step into living in accordance or in connection with our soul's desired experiences here. We don't have to live in this heaviness that's been perpetuated for a long time. It's time to shift that and be conscious of it. So if you are in a place where you are ready to release stuff that people tell me, well, I have blocks and I feel stuck. So those kinds of things are what you're going to bring forth. You're going to consciously bring them to mind very specifically so that your soul can feel satisfied with you acknowledging through your human experience whatever that is. And then I'm going to support you in processing, healing, and releasing it so that your soul's satisfied and you can finally let this go and then step into a more loving, high vibrational energy and the possibility of what's available in this extreme expanded energy for the new year and moving forward. It's a time of amazing things. And we've gone through the bumpiness. And if you're still here, then you have participated this far. And I want to invite you to really take the next step. So again, it's next Thursday, the 30th at 3 p.m. Eastern. It is $36 to register. The earlier you register, the more you can be part of this energy already, because the moment you register, you become part of this energy. And you may even see shifts before you are with me for it or watch the replay. So if you have any questions, something that I missed, something that you're unclear on, please feel free to connect with me in the way that you received this video. So if it was a post, comment on that post and tag me in it. I get a lot of notifications on Facebook, so I might miss it. If you receive this in an email, because I'll be sharing this one video, then reply to the email. Just contact me in the form that you experienced this. There will be a link to register in whatever form that you receive this. And I'm excited to share this with you and for us to step into the new energy. And it is a new energy. It's, like I said, it's not linear time energetically, but it's moving through spaces of focal points, of understood spaces. And so this is important. Otherwise, I would not have received a message this morning that, you weren't planning on doing anything. Now you are. So I would love to have you participate with me. I feel it's a very reasonable place to be, that if it's something, it's a way to step into shifting things. If this isn't it, then how else are you going to do it? Whatever I'm inspired to do is what I share. So I may share this again in this form. I may share it in another form. I may share it at a higher investment. I don't know. But right now in this moment, this is what it is and what's available and what I'm sharing. So if you feel it resonates, then, find a way and be here with me. And I want to thank you for spending this time with me, for watching this video, for allowing me to share this. I know divinely those who it resonates with, even if you're unsure of what you're doing in regards to how you're going to invest in it, or maybe you haven't experienced other events with me. If it resonates with you, then you're being called to step into it. And I trust that what gave me the message, what prompted me to do this, will help those who are to be here with me, to be here with me. So I look forward to spending this time with you, sharing this with you. It will be powerful. It will be amazing. I always get compliments or comments on all the events that I offer, and especially people who keep doing work with me. They'll say, this is the most amazing one, or this was the most powerful, because I keep expanding too. So it will be amazing. I promise you that. And there was something that just crossed my mind that I wanted to share. I've given you the time. I've given you the how. Let me see. I thought there was one more thing that I felt that I wanted to share with you. Okay, well, must not have been necessary, or it'll come out as I finish up here. So thank you again. Again, reach out to me if you do have a question. The link to register will be available. Oh, 24 hours. It'll come back. 24 hours before the event, it closes. So you can register up until, if it starts at 3 p.m. on the 30th, the latest you'll be able to register is 3 p.m. on the 29th, and that's Eastern time. But I would suggest not waiting to that last moment. And once it closes, my system closes it down, and I'm not able to add anyone. So I just want to make you aware of it. If it's something you want to do, step into it. If it calls to you, if it resonates with you, if you're like, oh, finally, a way to release this stuff, then do it. I know my life has always changed when I stepped into things. And the moment you step into it, you will have shifts already beginning, even before you actually are part of it. Part of the live. You will be part of the energy. All right, so I look forward to seeing those of you who will join me. And I'm excited about sharing this with you. So thank you so much. This was created for those of you who are wanting it and are ready for it and willing to step into it. So I appreciate you for showing up for yourself and the life you want to live. I'll be talking to you soon. Thank you. So much love to you. Bye-bye.